the only one that'll have me.
I'll have you.
You gotta What's that actor's name? That might have been his best scene. And that's saying a lot for the show, not just him. That's Frank, Alana, and son, right?
Where is he?
Considering that he just killed Dogen, I don't think he's going to be joining us.
Should we be safe at the temple?
What about the beach?
And I don't think this is part of a plan. He was running for his life through the woods.
Napoleon, they allowed him to keep the title of emperor, but without any power, he might just as well have been dead.
Ben talking about, damn, I didn't even think of how his story mirrors Napoleon's.
What's the problem, Leslie?
Formaldehyde. How hard would it be for Reynolds to spread around a little of the love to the sciences, dealing with lab equipment in there from the 1950s? Now, why is that?
I'm pretty sure my high school did too.
Maybe you should be the principal.
So says the substitute.
Sounds like you care about this place. If the man in charge doesn't, maybe it's time for a change.
What is this variant storyline? John's been believing in Ben the entire series up until he died. Miles saw Jacob's death. That's crazy. Didn't see that coming. I knew he's gonna use his powers for something crazy, not this.
Well, he was standing over Jacob's dead body with a bloody dagger. I'm pretty sure.
Jacob was the closest thing I ever had to a father.
Uh-oh.
She didn't even do anything. She'd have just told the truth. Oh, very interesting, Alana. If that's her name, if I'm saying the wrong name again, sorry. Or Elena. And she saw Jacob as a father. Let's not talk about that.
You know, psychic, totally unreliable. Miles actually tried to blackmail me into...
Just give up.
Friends easy, don't you?
No one believes you, Ben. Even if we didn't see it and Jacob said that, we saw him kill John. That was enough.
I made you one of the turkey meals.
I need one of them lean deals, is
His
it?
dad.
No, Dad. It's organic. I'm trying to keep you healthy.
Bro, just let him eat what he wants. At that point,
I can't help thinking maybe I'm more a loser than any of them.
let's see how his dad treats him in this timeline.
Took you to the island, and they were decent people. Smarter than I'll ever be. Imagine how different our lives would have been if we'd stayed.
When did you leave? And oh,
The club meetings have to be postponed. I'm in detention all week.
What'd you do?
Principal Reynolds needs me to cover, so...
I was kind of counting on the tutoring.
it is his daughter, even though it's not biological. I can't say she's not his daughter. And her name is still Alex. So Russo never crashed? Is Russo Nah, Russo's probably not gonna pop up. That'd be too much. Like picking her up from school or something. Even in this, everyone's bonds that they had on the island are still connecting.
Why do you want to find Jen?
I don't know whether I'm supposed to protect you, him, or both of you.
Protect us? What are you talking about?
Your candidates.
I can't imagine it's Jin. It has to be Sun, right?
Make the temple by nightfall. You know, maybe we should take our time. I'm leaving early. You coming or not?
He didn't have to say anything more than, we're leaving early. Because Jack is the ultimate leader and...
Where did you come from?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Not yet. If you want to go to the temple, it's this way.
What you mean not yet? And what you mean I wouldn't believe you? I mean, I trust him.
Remember that plane breaking in half like it was yesterday?
Supposed to be flying it.
And why didn't you?
I overslept. Imagine how different my life would be had that alarm gone off.
You'd be dead. Man's execution.
Stop! On the ground, face down!
I feel like someone's gonna kill Alana before Ben dies.
Dig what?
A grave.
For who?
You murdered Jacob. It's for you.
I would have thought he would have ran away by now.
I don't know.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's only my entire life, Dr. Linus.
I think you're being a bit overdramatic.
Am I? My mom works 2 jobs just to pay our rent.
I'll write you a great letter of
I
recommendation.
need someone who went there. Unfortunately, the only one I know is that pervert, Principal Reynolds.
Excuse me? Pervert?
Oh, spill the juice. Or the tea, whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's tea, right? Spill the juice. Come on.
I had a stomachache and I fell asleep. When I woke up, in the other room, Principal Reynolds was there. The nurse. They were doing it in the room right next to me.
He can get him fired and get his job. Harry Potter is definitely using that information to get that principal fired.
Brought you some grub.
Hope you like green beans and banana, because it's all we got.
Not really hungry.
Right? What the hell? He's digging his own grave. Want some bananas?
Have a vast network that will get you that money.
There are a couple of jabonis under there named Nikki and Paulo, buried alive with $8 million in diamonds.
Boom. See? Miles is like me. I would have kept those diamonds.
Right up until the second the knife went through his heart, he was hoping he was wrong about you. I guess he wasn't.
Oh my God. And you can't look at that and say he didn't have a choice. He did. I would have walked out. This between y'all.
What do you know about him?
I know he's dead.
I know he's dead. The Black Rock. I think that's what they were looking at in the book too, right? Linus and Alex.
What do you mean they're all dead? What happened?
I'm not sure what happened, but
The black smoke
I
came
just
in
came
there.
from there.
Oh, he went there and
There's
saw what
no
his...
survivors.
So he doesn't know exactly what happened.
You spoke to Jacob? Yeah. But whatever he said, don't believe him.
Oh my God, now we're not believing Jacob?
Where are you going?
Something I need to do. Die.
No! He probably can't die. That's what it is.
Could you access someone's email account without their knowledge?
Depends on the account.
Faculty account.
Whose?
Nurse Kondraki.
You got the hots for?
Oh no, we don't know no Kim Kondraki, so...
I didn't come to see you. You came to see me. I don't have time to play 20 questions. Either you can tell me what it is that you're doing, or you can let me...
Making a power play so I can be principal and get us our science.
I want a good spot.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I do it. I'm just saying if you're gonna do it...
Not under the maple tree, next to the maple tree.
He's gonna be principal. You can't do this without me.
You really had me fooled with that sweater vest.
Right. You're fucking...
You're a real killer.
Some people are killers. Was that in this that I watched this? I hear quotes from stuff and I just think it's from Lost. Some people are yeah, John, right? They're like, they're hunters or killers and, or you're something else. He was on the ship? He was on the ship. Oh my God, the chains.
Do not open that. There's dynamite in there. It's mega unstable.
I know.
Dude, it's time to go.
No, not yet.
He's opening up a crate of dynamite, and he said he wanted to kill himself.
Right.
I can't kill myself.
Someone has to kill you.
Which is why I want you to do it for me. When Jacob touches you, well, it's considered a gift. So that's not a gift at all.
Jacob touched John.
Plan that I was a part of when the time was right that he'd share it with me. And now that man's gone. So
Hurley can speak to him though. Not killing Richard.
He wants to die. There's nothing we're gonna do to stop him.
Yes, you can. You cannot do it and he won't die, Jack. Killing can't be, no. Killing people that want to die, not because they're trying to kill you. It won't be me.
Now, let's talk.
We gotta go. Guy's crazy.
We'll be all right. Gotta talk to him, Hurley. Just go.
I'm not going without you.
Do you hear how Jack is speaking? He's speaking like he's...
He brought me to this island for a reason. It's not to blow up sitting here with you.
what if you're wrong?
I'm not.
Wow.
So now what?
Go back to where we started.
All right. I was kind of behind Jack. Maybe not as much as I could have been. But after that right there, I'm doing whatever Jack says. He figured it out. He looked out into that water and it did something. It changed him. And what a great scene from that actor too. I think his name is Matthew. And Richard.
Hello, Ben.
What are you doing here?
Visiting.
You got what you wanted because she's going to kill me.
I don't want you to die, Ben.
Then go kill her.
Someone's gonna need to be in charge of the island.
Ben?
Me? Can't think of a better man for the job.
How am I going to get away from...
There's a tree in a clearing with a rifle leaning up. If you go now, you'll get there first, and you'll have the drop on her.
Oh my God. Nah, what if there's no bullets in it and he set him up? Oh, shit.
Pretty lascivious stuff that took place on school property. Acts which, morality aside, I think the school board would frown on.
And a student saw you doing it. Well, yeah, obviously. That's the obvious part. His marriage is going to be... She's going to be humiliated publicly.
With your resignation, you're going to recommend that the school board hire me as your replacement. The irony of all this is that they hold you in such esteem that I'll get the job.
So he's taking over the island and he's taking over the school. He wants to be in power.
Dear Principal Reynolds, if you could write a letter of recommendation to Yale on my behalf, it would mean the world to me. Sincerely, Alexandra Rousseau.
Oh.
I will torch Miss Rousseau and her future. Is my job, my power that important to you?
Man, fuck that. Who cares about the reputation of, oh yeah, but he's gonna resign for health reasons, not because of what happened. Ah, damn, he got him good. He got him good.
Drop it.
Don't kill her. You should, but don't. You should, but don't.
I watched my daughter Alex die in front of me, and it was my fault. I had a chance to save her.
Is he gonna?
He didn't even care. I stabbed him. I was so angry.
Finally, we're getting honest Ben.
I'm sorry that I killed Jacob, and I do not expect you to forgive me because I can never forgive myself.
And what do you want?
It sucks because Ben's always capable of this stuff, and it's just not in his character.
To Locke.
Why?
Because he's the only one that'll have me.
I'll have you.
You gotta choose. What's that actor's name? That might have been his best scene. And that's saying a lot for the show, not just him.
I thought he might say some nice things, but he really went all out.
It wasn't me, Alex. But I always say you're a great student. Obviously, I wasn't the
And
only.
in this reality, he didn't torch Alex.
Principal Reynolds found someone to cover for detention. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Well then, see you at 4.
Yeah, it's mutual assured destruction, but Jesus, man, don't make me do detention. Come on.
What about my parking space?
You can have mine.
That may be the most impactful thing to happen to Ben. Alex dying. And we figured it, but from this episode and showing how even in another timeline, she's not his daughter biologically in that one either. It kept them from being Ben the monster.
Do you need a hand?
Please help me with the tarp.
Hard to make a new character list. Alana's definitely on it. I'm just gonna say that. Wow. Jack, Hurley, and Richard. Is this her first time seeing them? Well, since they came, since the plane crash, right? Good to see everybody alive. Glorious reunion music. The guy who caused so much hell for our people when the series started. He found it. Dogan is his name. I knew I wasn't saying it right. I was saying Togan. It sounds alike though. It's kind of cool that they compared Ben to Napoleon. I never saw it that way, but the whole exile thing, that's when you think of Napoleon, that's the main thing you're going to think of. And that's a huge part of, at least I'm Lost, what you're going to think of when you think of Ben. And he exiled Whitmore. Was John exiled? No. He left because Ben told him to. And Christian. I don't know too much about Napoleon's story. I don't know what happened after. I know he got off the island, I'm pretty sure. And he reclaimed his power. Probably. I'm probably going to watch a movie on him then, or someone's going to recommend it. The little bit I do know, I saw the movie Count of Monte Cristo, and he played a character in the beginning, and they kind of gave some backstory on it. So I'm familiar outside of what I learned in school and forgot so long ago. But we got someone who saw herself as Jacob's daughter and someone who Ben saw as a daughter, Alana and Alex. And their name's AL. And Miles' powers are legit. We already knew this, but this episode, he spoke and saw Jacob's last moments. So could Hurley too. And I thought that's what made Hurley special, is the connection with Jacob. But nah, Miles' powers are legit. I'm surprised John doesn't want him on his side. And I said that in another... I just did the YouTube reaction for a season 5 episode, and I said, how many sides are there to this thing back then? And now it's looking like that again. John, Shadow's team, Whitmore's team, and the Beach team. I can't really say who's the leader there. We can say Jack, but you got Richard and Ben and Alana, real heavy hitters. And that's the only way. I made a good and bad list too, and I was like, damn, the good list looks so weak. But it's because people that I wouldn't expect to have been on it were on it yet. Ben and Richard, that's like an overnight. That's like created a super team overnight. That's like the Miami Heat when they got LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh the next day, and they went to 4 straight NBA finals. That's what just happened by all of them linking up on the beach, South Beach. That's where they all took their talents. And Richard said him being touched by Jacob was a curse. I can't see how that is. The only person I remember Jacob actually touching was John, and it brought him back to life. That can't be a curse, but can't blame someone who's alive for so long to see that as being a curse. That can't be. You have to die. And why would Jacob give him eternal life? What kind of gift is that? or that he can't die. Someone has to kill him. I don't know if that's a gift either. And now I'm starting to think, did Jacob want Ben to kill him? Was Jacob sacrificing himself to get Ben on their side? That's what it took. Choices, accountability, and what you're gonna do. I guess redemption, you can call it. The three components of characters' development in shows where you really don't like them. Not even that they're bad people, they're just very dislikable, and they have dislikable traits, and they're not likable until they change them. You don't grow to love them, and it's taken this long with Ben, and it took this episode in season 6. It's a good get. If the good side can get him, the good side can get him. That's like Magneto teaming up with the X-Men, because Dark Phoenix is out of control. It's like, okay, we might have a chance. The new characters we got in season 6, where are they season 6? Did they get introduced in season 5? Well, the newer characters like Dogan and Alana, they're great. Nothing felt out of place. It's like they were part of the story all along, and we're just seeing them. Same with Jacob. And he seems like thinking back on the series, now to have a face to it, it still feels complete. It doesn't feel like you're being shortchanged or information was being withheld too long. It just wasn't for us to know yet. If the characters don't know, why should we know? Look what it took Jack just to get Richard to believe. I mean, the thing stopped. That would change anybody's mind. The dynamite. But that's where Richard came from. He was a slave on the ship, an Indian slave. And that's the one that we saw when the season was opening up, I'm pretty sure, with Shadow and Jacob, and he must have killed everyone on the ship probably with the smoke, and the last guy was left alive, and Jacob probably saved him. I don't know. We might not get any explanation into that. He just said Jacob touched him, and that's what gave him the power. Oh, so John wouldn't have been able to kill himself. You can't. So it wouldn't have worked because Jacob touched him. So Ben had to kill him. Damn, this all really seems like it was planned. So Jacob wanted Ben to kill John and him. That's what it took to get him on the good side. That's how important Ben is. That's and in the other alternate storyline, Ben, him doing something for a student wasn't even his daughter or stepdaughter or someone he saw as a daughter. Maybe he saw her live as a daughter, but it's just a student that you care about. And it was something that was going to destroy her. He would have still been good. She just wouldn't have gotten to Yale. She might have gotten to somewhere else, but it's her dream school, and he knows talking to her, like her heart is dead set on it. And you don't make too many waves. You know, if it's just, I take the job, she doesn't get the job at Yale, you can't really expose the principal because now they're going to know you did some shady shit. You know, his resignation is a matter of health or something else. I made a bad list and put him on it too. And I said he was running with the good people. He was where he was supposed to be. Jack's steadfastness came at the perfect time, right when Whitmore pulled up and right when John decided, or Shadows decided he got his full team and he wanted Ben to take over. Well, Ben's not going to take over, so who's it going to be? I don't think he really cares. That was a trick. He wanted Alana dead. That's why he wanted to free Ben. He could care less about him running the island or whatever. Richard said after he gets what he wants out of everyone, he's gonna kill them. Yeah, because Alana's she probably knows enough to like deter him or keep him away or keep him at bay. She was Jacob's bodyguard. Can't wait until next episode. I didn't see what it's called. Good. I'm trying to not spoil stuff for myself, but the last minute of it, Whitmore pulling up. So it's starting, right? It's a go. We got like 10 episodes left. Ben, he definitely had his best scene in this, talking about Alex. There was another scene too, damn, I can't remember, so much has happened, where I thought he did very well. I don't know if he was speaking about Alex or if he was speaking about John, but the close-up on his face, it was undeniable, and that's only part of it. It took her to say, I'll have you, to complete it. It's like when this guy, see, that's where Dogan messed up when he sent Saeed out there. Well, he's infected. That's something different. This is just Ben's character. So it was something that was able to be changed, and I'm gonna believe him now. This is the first time everyone was manipulating him. He manipulated you into killing Jacob. Not that that's an excuse, but that's even more reason not to trust this guy. I thought Sawyer was the guy that did the biggest like character flip. Saeed, you know, his past definitely is crazy, but he didn't come on the island on that type of time. Sawyer did, and it looks like the main character shift, the one that'll blow everyone's mind, really is gonna be Ben. And the only way really for someone of what he's done to undo what they did, especially on the island, is to die. As much as I hate to say it, so many people sacrifice themselves for others on the show, left and right, and Ben wasn't doing that. Even when people were crashing, I said that in the past couple recaps where he's like, so the people, the second time they crashed, and Jack was worried and he asked him, and the people on the freighter when it was gonna blow up, and John said, what did you do when he killed Kimi or tried to? And he said, I don't care, something like that. If this is a shift to good and he stays that way, this is gonna be in the all-time top 3 ranking for any show for a bad to good character. Michael Emerson, though, I think that was the actor, that was his name, for your Emmy consideration. Dr. Linus.